I'm often talking about finding the common denominator of everything, discovering what's fundamentally the same about all of this multiplicity that appears as this incredible diversity of phenomena and all the different colors and textures and flavors and qualities that reality presents as. And so often use words like presence, that what's fundamental about everything is its presence. The presence of what is this primal quality of everything is its presence, its isness, its beingness. Everything is. No matter how it looks, it is. And in Sanskrit, there's this word that I've also spoken about, a description in one sense, 3 parts to it, Sat-Chit-Ananda, and in that word, Sat is being, existence, reality is, and Chit refers to the consciousness aspect that this is, and it's conscious, it's awake. And the Ananda part is translated sometimes as bliss, sometimes as peace, sometimes as contentment. It's a beautiful word, and it does capture I would say, the essence of this. And I just want to highlight one aspect of that, which is the second part, the chit, the consciousness. I know for the longest time I'm just going to mute you all here. These different teachings I was involved with talking about awareness and consciousness, and I was on a journey to find that awareness, and rest is that awareness. And I think without really realizing it, I had set awareness up as something like a special place, a kind of sanctuary that was somehow distinct from all this phenomena, and it was that which was noticing all the phenomena. And it can be experienced in that way. That's one way to sort of partialize this, or sort of put this into some sort of structure of phenomena and then what's noticing the phenomena. But I want to invite you to just feel the beingness of this moment, the existence of it, no matter how it seems to be appearing. And notice that we could just as easily describe that beingness as knowing. The knowing of that's here. The knowing that's intrinsic to everything that appears. Everything that appears is known. Known in that it's being seen. It's being noticed, right? The knowing is intrinsic to the moment. In that sense, there's only knowing. And it's not something apart from what's appearing. The knowing is what's appearing. It's inseparable. Feel that, the knowing that's here. Knowing is the same as being. 2 different ways to describe the same indescribable reality, knowing and being. The only thing that really exists. It's effortlessly, spontaneously, inexplicably here, isn't it? Knowing this wakefulness, that's this consciousness that pervades each appearance, each arising, each instant, right? The bright light of knowing, this luminosity, this light of knowing. It's nothing that needs to be looked for. It's what's looking, right? What's seeing, and everything that's seen, just pure knowing, pure wakefulness. I mean, really, we can't say what this is. It transcends all the words that we might throw at it. This reality, this that's here. But some of these words like being and presence and isness seem to capture something of its primal, sort of fundamental qualities or nature. And knowing strikes me as similar in that regard. It captures something very primal at the heart of what's here, knowing, right? Because here it is. That's the knowing. If what's appearing is being described by consciousness as fear or joy, what's primal about it is that it's known, that it's being registered, that it's being illuminated. It's known. Here it is. Everything appears in this perfect clarity of here it is. Here is this. That's the knowing. And it's effortless. It's not something we have to sit on a cushion for 30 years to realize. It's just pervading what's here. Just woven into the fabric of this is the knowing of this. Everywhere we may travel in the field of experience is knowing. We just are always finding this luminosity of this light of wakefulness. There's just awake, always awake. Not because we have some awakening experience. We're always having the awakening experience. That is what experience is it's awake, right? In fact, it doesn't matter what we're experiencing because all experience is awake. Awake in that here it is. The here-ness of this moment, the presence of this moment is its wakefulness, is its knowing, is the luminosity. I remember this term from teaching I used to be involved with. It came kind of out of the Dzogchen Tibetan tradition. The way it was described, the knowing was like sunlight filling space. I love that. The sunlight, I'm looking out my window, the light fills space. It is the space. It's inseparable from the space. The light of knowing, inseparable from everything. It is everything. We could call all of this being, we could call all of this knowing. Same thing. Being and knowing like facets of the same jewel of this. We're just exploring the knowing facet, the facet of consciousness. It's just here. It's just here, isn't it? The streaming forth of consciousness, of wakefulness, of knowing, pervading everything, inseparable from everything. Of course, like it is with any word that we might use, it begs the question, what is knowing exactly? Feel this knowing, feel this wakefulness, and you can ask yourself, what is this? What is awake? You can't say. It's just pure mystery. Absolute miracle of consciousness, of knowing. Everything is this knowing, this being. Isn't it the case that anywhere we might, anything that might arise in a moment, no matter how it's being described, at the centerless center of that is knowing, right? The knowing is never absent. The light of knowing is always on. I remember writing this little meme some time ago, and I said something along the lines of like trying to do something to turn the light of knowing, the light of consciousness, the light of awareness on is like going outside on a bright sunny day and lighting a match to try to illuminate the moment. Meanwhile, the sun is blazing. And then here we are in our little meditation cushion trying to become more awake. And meanwhile, it's just the light of wakefulness is just, full on, isn't it? It's funny. It's funny. I'm going to become more awake. And meanwhile, the light is just shining so brightly, isn't it? Not because I'm doing anything to make it shine brightly. I am its shining, and so is everything else. Just as I would say that there's nothing outside of being, because if you found something outside of being, then it would be. In other words, you can't ever get outside of being. Same with knowing. If you were to find some way to get outside of this knowing to find something other than knowing, there would be knowing, that supposed thing outside of the knowing. Do you see what I mean? It's like no matter where you go, you find the knowing. No matter where you go, you find being. Same thing. Sat-Chit-Ananda. And something about seeing that feels like Ananda. This single expanse, limitless expanse of being, knowing, without end. And always now.